What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XLM or Stellar to Bitcoin. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like this content. So, obviously, big change just happened in cryptocurrency, and I did want to discuss that before it became old news. We did just have a massive breakdown within this currency, and I am quite surprised because I was not expecting a very bearish drop like this to happen. I did have some concerns based off of XLM Stellar that we were looking at a little bit earlier. I do want to pull up Ethereum too because I do think that was trading quite interesting as well. So I'll pull this one up, the Coinbase one. All right, so that's loading up right there. You can see a massive drop. I do want to first look at this coin market cap. As you guys can see, I am very surprised at this whale drop right now, and it makes me think that there's a good chance this is a pretty good buying opportunity to buy this dip back up because a huge whale pretty much just sold off a huge chunk of Bitcoin. As you guys noticed, Bitcoin, or the current coin market cap, is 185 billion. So we are seeing a massive pullback. I think literally over like $20 billion just left the exchanges like that. And you can see the instant that it did that, it drove volume up very high. You can see $20 billion volume, and we were seeing like, I think, 8 or 9 billion in volume. So the shot that it had on the market, that shock sparked it, and we see an impulse or an increase in the volume at a very sharp static rate. So we're seeing 20 billion in volume, market cap 53.1, sorry, Bitcoin dominance 53.1%. So we're seeing an increase in Bitcoin dominance, so altcoins are being affected more, but holy cow, what a massive drop. You know, I literally made a video yesterday saying that there's a potential, you know, double bottom in play and we could break bullish. But then again, if you think about it, when we touch the bottom, we're testing support again, which could be a bearish trend. That's why it's really hard to use stocks as a way, or those indicators in stocks, to look over to cryptocurrency and use those methods and move them over, you know, shift them over. But holy shit, this market is taking a massive decline. I'm not really sure what exactly made this drop. I'm actually just going to live search what exactly just happened. I'm going to type in Bitcoin news. Let's see what pops up, because that's absolutely wild, and I'm very confused what just happened. So we can see Bitcoin price analysis, mini crash for Bitcoin. Market see massive sell-off. Bitcoin dips below 56 on Cointelegraph, and it's also on CNBC. Massive reports are coming out right now. I'm pulling up this article. We'll see if it loads. Here we go. This is Cointelegraph. We've used this numerous times before. So it's saying the market dipped below 5,600 for the first time in 2018, which is wild. Pretty cool graphic design there, but I'm not really seeing any reason why. I think we'll see more as that comes out in later times, but as for right now, we're just seeing a massive sell-off. Doesn't really seem to be any news out in the recent term. It says the recent movement of the market was predicted by a number of industry experts who also suggest the bear market would last beyond this year. Technical experts Willy Woo, founder of Data Websty Wooble, has recently predicted that the bear market may end around Q2 of 2019 based on putting together blockchain view. After that, we start to see true accumulation band. Only after that do we start a long grind upwards. Earlier this year, crypto investor Galaxy Investment says Bitcoin will not manage to break 10 million by the end of 2018, claiming the reverse trend will take place Q2 of 2019. And yeah, so that's I'm literally so flabbergasted and so taken back. This is so abrupt. So there's a few things that happened, but I want to point out firstly, I'm going to start this order a little differently. XLM, this could have potentially have been a sign to us, and you can definitely let me know your feedback on this. We were talking about how Stellar is at its peak, at its top, and I told everybody that it is testing its top resistance and it's due to pull back down. And that's exactly what Stellar did. Stellar pulled back down. We saw that we were at the top. This is the resistance we needed to retrace downwards. Could I have missed this? Was this trend that we're seeing within Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I only managed to catch it on XLM and Stellar? Because the pullback is happening. And I said it over and over again that from 4 to 5, we're going to head downwards. We're going to move back down. I didn't think it was going to happen to Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, but it seems like it did. And we're literally down so much. Bitcoin is down 10%, Ethereum 13%, XRP 10, 16, 11, 12, 13. Like, I actually want to change the 20. Is there anything even in green right now? Very slightly up too. Let's see the opposite. IOST is down 21%. We have double digits. It's absolutely wild the amount of negative trend we're seeing right now. Very, very, very interesting. Indeed, the massive sell-off. We're going to see a correction back upwards. I do think there's plenty of potential to move us back up. I'm just very static and shocked at the pullback we're seeing. This is a massive sell-off, guys. A massive, 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 massive sell-off. You can see it faced a little bit of resistance up at $49.50. Huge resistance, and then it just flash crashed. You can see we were getting back out of overbought, and then we plummeted way back. I can't see us going much lower. I do want to extend this further out and kind of get a quick understanding of what the heck just happened. So here we are on Litecoin on the weekly. We are seeing... very interesting play indeed. So it seems like we did just pull back down to another support on the weekly. You can see it. It almost makes a lot of sense, you know, with all these lines up here. I might as well start deleting them because we may potentially not see those for a little bit. Is there any more? Nope. Okay, cool. But you can see where the price is at currently, this red line. So what's interesting and why I thought this was the bottom was because if you looked, the line that we were at was pretty much right up here. You could see the $55 line, the purple line that I drew all the way down here. This was the top. This is a channel where the price was trading in, and you can see it broke bearish from that. So it's pretty much just trending the bottom of that support. You can see right where my line is currently. I can draw it out for you guys if you wanted me to. Let's see, right here. Let's go over to horizontal line. I'm going to draw it right here. I'll draw it in like some very flashy color so everybody can see it. Here we go. Let's draw it bold. Okay, so you can see right now what I'm referring to. So we were previously trading up at the top. Let me delete that line. Trading up here at around $49.50, and this was the top resistance currently, and this was the bottom support for this little channel we were in. We were channeling the top. We were playing along the support at the top, and you can see when we see sideways movement that could potentially lead for a bearish move or a bullish breakout. You can see again we're still battling it and falling lower. We pulled all the way back to $40.22. Very, very, very interesting ride. Or we're at 41.80 right now, and you can see where that currently lines up. A massive sell-off. We're seeing a lot of volume move into that market, pushing us down, and it's very interesting because I don't think we have been near oversold on the weekly chart ever since December 12th of 2016. So it's very interesting to see that from going from oversold to now being overbought, we're almost back down to being oversold again. It's almost been 2 years since Litecoin has ever seen oversold on the weekly. Now, obviously, we can only go up from there, but it may take a long time at best to consolidate further. So it's very interesting, but it seems like we're literally just coming back down to where we started from. It's very easy for me to say that, you know, a lot of this was media based. A lot of it was people hyping up the coin, a lot of big investors hyping it up, because this is, if anybody says that this is a sustainable movement, I'd think you're crazy. This is not sustainable. If any of you thought that this was going to just keep going straight up when you bought at $400, a Litecoin at $400 being extremely overbought at 93 on the relative strength index on the weekly, all the way up here, and wasn't going to anticipate us to go back down, is very shocking. Now, again, it's a very small move. You know, it's $9 out of, you know, a $50 coin. We're now at 41. You can see in the long run, we literally just had a small dip at best compared to what we've seen, but we're pretty much trying to find the bottom right now. Is this the bottom for Litecoin? I can't say for certain. There sure as shit is a lot of support right at the bottom right there. You'll notice right here on the weekly, there is a heck of a lot of support right here on weekly candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 2 months where we've been trending this line right here. I'd be very, very, very confused and uncertain in the price of the coin if we manage to go lower than we are. But that's pretty much going to sum up Litecoin's, view of things. I know we will actually look at the other coins in a second. Now, this wasn't unpredictable. We were talking about bearish. Obviously, we want to have a positive mindset, but it was very possible. You can see it's retesting and pulling back up. It is extremely oversold. I mean, yeah, it is extremely oversold, guys. One of the lowest times I've ever seen this coin. It's very wild because originally I actually bought in at prices around this time. So it's interesting to see that we're finally back down to it, from seeing a $40 to a $400 coin back to 40 it's pretty interesting. But it's currently lower than it's been in a very long time. We are very overextended. We are extremely oversold on the daily. So I can see this being a negative time to buy in. I don't think we're going to head any lower being oversold on the daily. I do think we're going to start to pull back up. I don't think this is going to be a long-term thing. I think $50 for this coin is right around the corner. Bitcoin also taking a massive downtrend. Holy cow. I believe it's probably the same exact thing for Bitcoin on its weekly. Hitting bottoms, it hasn't. No. An interesting thing with Bitcoin too is the fact that there isn't really any support here, which is kind of scary. You can see the lowest support it has is around $4,600, $4,640. You can see currently it broke below its high-low MMA on its weekly. We aren't even oversold yet on the weekly charts, and you can see we're out of that channel that we were trending in. So it's very interesting at that. We're not even using the $5,800 support anymore, but I do think we're going to retrace back up. I do think we're going to correct back up because there is a lot of support up here. Unless this is just the start and it's going to plummet all the way down to $4,400. I can't see that happening. It's very unlikely, but it's still, out there. I do want to let you guys know that Ethereum taking a massive swing. A lot of manipulation right now. I'm going to most likely make a video tomorrow or later on today pretty much giving you guys reasoning for this massive sell-off. I do think that will be coming out shortly, but it's very interesting that I was saying 2 or 3 days prior that XLM was at its top on its weekly. You can see the trend it's forming, and it was headed back down to number 5. And as soon as I said it's going to retrace, the whole market followed XLM, or, this pattern was also on, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And like I said before, it's just following that. But it's very interesting to see this line up. Weekly pullback as expected on XLM, and that is what's happening to the rest of the market. But that's going to sum up today's video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content and want to keep updated on the most recent news and information and current events. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.